Hey guys, this is B and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about a year in review for 2020. Let's start. So the first one is all about the notebooks that I have used for this year. And all of these three are pretty much familiar for you if you watch a couple of my videos way back. And I'll start off with this one, and I'll link up a video where I've featured this notebook, which is from Lamy. And primarily this is just for handwriting practice. So we all know the famous line, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," where you're able to write all of the letters of the alphabet. And you've got the alphabet. I try to practice them certain days. And then as I move over a couple of pages, when I did Handwrite-tober for the month of October, I was writing one thing per day, and mostly these are all taken, these quotes right here are all taken from a translation of the 5-year journal for Hobonichi. And in between, I try to write some cursive because it's been ages since I did that, and then continued all the way through, and I even ended up practicing like per letter each for cursive. And then for the other ones, I continued per day, like different handwriting styles. And I will still continue using this one primarily because it has this format where you can practice all types of writing, and the paper is okay as well. So regardless, mainly all of the ones that you've seen, these are all written using fountain pen. So this will still continue for 2021. Next one is, you might have seen this notebook from time to time in some of my posts, also in Instagram. And this is by Nonble. I purchased this from Kinokuniya. And as I said from the beginning about my planner journey for 2020, I'll link that one below. It's about testing the paper for this one because this is Carrie's Tomoe River paper. And what I was doing, because I was using fountain pen, is I'm just writing on the right side per page. Started February, and then I actually finished this one all the way up to the end part, where this is like the last portion of 2020 like review. And I'd like to read a portion of what I've written in here. Not sure if the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but the word that I had started for 2020 was the word unravel. And I'll just read what I've written in here. And unravel was the word I used at the beginning of the year to spice up what I wanted to discover, and at the same time to clear up or resolve any intricacy or complexity of oneself. Little did I know that the COVID pandemic will emphasize it and help me make myself more vulnerable to stuff that I sometimes avoid to tackle. I used to blog things online a couple of years back, and this year I get the chance to explore my creative side more because we had more time, as most of us had to stay home. And for some reason, I managed to make a balance between what I wanted to share with the world and what it may need to keep it still sane. It may not be life-changing, but if it at least helps one person, it's good enough for me. Who knew that I would end up making a YouTube channel to document my journaling, stationary, cycling journey? It's not a lot, but I have managed to have at least 40 subscribers in a few months' time, and I even interacted them online. And I'm grateful to having today's technology to keep in touch not only with them but with friends and family. I'm thankful for all of the blessings that have come my way and even managed to achieve my goals. I'm still going to push it forward and continue to inspire anybody so that they can also inspire others. Life is short to be living in mediocrity, and any decisions or choices we make, may we all face life's challenges with hope. So that's pretty much what I've written in here. And this is to continue transitioning myself because this is an A5 size. And then I've got the last one, which is the Jibun Techo. This is the B6 size, and I already made a video about it, and I'm just touching back to some of the things that I might not have mentioned. And the calendar still stays the same. I mentioned before that I wasn't using the My Dream 2020, but I've written something on that portion. And what are the things that are my goals in terms of like the job, beauty, which is skincare related, finance, health, hobbies, travel, family, friends, and others. And then the phrases still the same. And then for the other stuff, pretty much all empty. And then for this one, the tracker portion, I also have the Hobonichi Techo to use it on. And just a preview, this one actually translates like this in the Hobonichi, like that, which I'll explain in upcoming video. And then the monthly ones, the end for the whatever I mentioned for the month of November and December, pretty much whatever is like the highlight or the day or whatever I did or any appointments, events, all that stuff. And then the January, February, March, I'm not gonna write anything in here, which will just serve as a template if I need to once I use the Hobonichi next year. And then for the weekly layouts, everything stayed the same. Like for example, like this section, it was just washi and rubber stamps, and then mostly stickers. And then I still have those three indicators on top of the string or the bookmarks that I have here. Where's the red one? Yeah. And then I would suggest anybody who's gonna be using the Jibun Techo, if you can tie the end part for both things so that it doesn't fray for the thread. And then yeah, that's the last four. This was last week. And then I'll still continue finishing this up until the end of the year. And then I've already started the January section. I've already started putting some templates that I'll be using on the weekly supplement for the Hobonichi. And then some notes that I took in. And then this one was from the Stationary Cafe podcast about when they interviewed Patrick Ng for the Chronodex. And then I still have space where I can still write stuff. And looking back in 2020, I've pretty much finished it. So you've got January to December. And then the last section right here is where you write things comprehensive overall, similar to the non-blade notebook. And then the idea one, because I still have few pages left in here, I'll still continue using this in 2021, but I'll probably take this one out in here. So those are all the notebooks. And then when it comes to the fountain pen and the inks, these three are the standout for 2020. First off, I'll talk about the pen. So this is a Pilot Vanishing Point in Radin Stripe. So I still can't believe that I own one now. It was just a wish list of mine, and I made it happen for this year, and will continue to be using this and marvel at the beauty of the Radin for the abalone shells in it. So this is like the highlight when it comes to fountain pens. I also share my fountain pen collection. And then for the inks, obviously the recommended ink that I keep telling anybody who's asking like what fountain pen ink that I would recommend. So because this is my first Pilot Irishizuku ink, which is the Murasaki Shikibu. So depending on your favorite color or your color of choice, I think their sellers are mostly blues for the most part, but depending of, like for me, purple is one of my favorite colors, so I have these. And then the second one is from Vinta Inks, which is the Aegon Armada, because of that color changing properties, where as it begins to when you begin writing with it, it has like that green color, and then it dries as gray. So these two, including the pen, are my highlights for fountain pen and the inks. Last but not least, the Traveler's Notebook Refill. This is number 15. This is a watercolor paper, and this was the last thing I did for the year. And what I brought this during my short vacation, and the only thing that I have so far is just a sketch. So this was my view of the beach, and this was just using this paper and a mechanical pencil. I would like to continue this for 2021, and who knows, maybe put things in with color. I'm still not sure, but it's something that I'm still exploring. So overall, my 2020 journey has been Unravel, which I have mentioned from the very beginning, where I actually placed that prompt apart from what I've written earlier. It's one of the things that I've written on the monthly. Let me just show it to you. There. This one. So I'm still thinking of what will be my word for 2021. I'll just, once I've decided what's like the word of the year, I'll probably add that one to, once I explain things, what I'm going to do with this thing, probably for next week. And if you have any other questions, do put it in the comments, any type of feedback. And overall, 2020 is really a roller coaster ride for not just myself, but for everyone. And thank you so much again for watching all of the videos I've created. And if there's anything else, feel free to message me in Instagram or put comments in YouTube. And thanks again for watching. See you next year.